Let's work out number 45. 45. Find all solutions to the following equation. The equation is log base 3 of x minus log base 3 of x minus 4. That's all equal to 2. So whenever you have two logs in an equation, you want to combine them. So here we have a minus sign. So whenever you have a minus sign, it turns into a fraction. Remember, if you have natural log of a minus natural log of b, that's the natural log of a over b. That's called the quotient rule. So here we have two logs and a minus sign, so we can combine them. So this will become log base 3 parentheses of x over x minus 4. And all of this is equal to 2. Okay, so now we have to get rid of the log. So to get rid of the log, we're going to exponentiate both sides. So there's a 3 here, so we'll put a 3 here, and we'll put a 3 here. This is called exponentiation. And these cancel, and you get x over x minus 4 equals, and then 3 squared is 9. So for example, if you had like log base 2 of x plus 4 equals 3, then you would use a 2 to exponentiate. This goes away, so you get x plus 4 equals 8. So same thing, you just want to use whatever base there is. So if there's a 3 there, you use a 3. If there's a 5 there, you use a 5, etc. All right, we're almost done. We just have to solve for x. So to clear the fractions, we'll multiply by x minus 4. X minus 4. These cancel, so we get x equals, let's see, 9 times x is 9x. And then 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. Yeah, looks okay. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 9x. So minus 9x minus 9x. So we get negative 8x equals negative 36. Then divide by negative 8. So divide, divide. So we get x equals, let's see, so 4 goes into 36 9 times, and it goes into 8 2 times. So 9 halves. So that should be the answer, but whenever you have logarithmic equations, you should always check. So let's check that 9 halves is actually our answer. So to check, unfortunately, we have to go back to the original. Okay, so check 9 halves. Actually, let me scroll down so there's more room. Here we go. Let me rewrite the original problem, and then we'll plug it in. So log base 3 of x minus log base 3 of x minus 4, and that's equal to 2. All right, so now we have to take the 9 halves and plug it in for all of the x's. Okay, so let's see if it works. So log base 3 of, this is 9 halves, minus log base 3 of 9 halves minus 4, and this should be equal to 2. All right, so this is log base 3 of 9 halves minus, okay, here's the trick. We want to combine these, right? So you could think of 4 as 8 halves, right? That way you can subtract them. So the 9 minus 8 is 1. This is log base 3 of 1 half. And this should be equal to 2. So again, we had to subtract the 9 halves and the 4. So what you do is you think, how can you write 4 as a number over 2? Well, 8 over 2, right, is equal to 4. So the 9 minus 8 is 1. Now we have a minus sign, so we can use the quotient rule. So this is log base 3 of 9 halves divided by 1 half. And this is equal to 2. Let's keep going. So this is log base 3. And then when you have 9 halves divided by 1 half, it's really 9 halves times the reciprocal, okay? And this should be equal to 2. Wow, a lot of work. I think checking was more work than solving this one. So then log base 3 of 9. Yes, it works. Good. 3 squared is equal to 9. Wow. 3 squared is equal to 9, so it checks. Now, nothing in the question says you have to check, right? But sometimes when you work these out, you get an answer that doesn't work. If you ever get an answer that doesn't check, that's called an extraneous solution. Hope that made sense.